j'étais petite, je me taisais comme une fleur. J'adorais les mythes.
Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're well. I'm doing very well, thanks for asking. I am currently in Paris and I'm here for the summer. A little about me, my name's Tamarin, in case you didn't know that, and that is the channel name, so you should know that. I normally study in Bristol, but my boyfriend lives here, so I'm staying with him. He recently moved into the place, so we're doing a lot of fun DIY things and having a great time. But at the moment, everything's very chaotic and all over the place. For the foreseeable future, you are going to be seeing some very fun, interesting angles of me because there's not many places to put things and there's not many things in general. But yes, exciting, Paris. I'm here, city of love, as they say. I have been here for 2 weeks now. I'm really lucky because the internship I have and the part-time job I have both are remote. So I work 5 days a week, but it's all remote and mostly just 5 hours a day. So it's really chill. I'm really lucky. I've had a lot of time on my hands to get back into my hobbies and my interests. Honestly, I've had the most fun morning routine. I'm having such a good time with it. So that's been really nice. I've just really valued having my own time again. The last month of university was just really intense and overwhelming because I had a bunch of final assignments due, and at the same time I was just running so many different events for all the different things I was part of, and work was intense and everything was just, I just had no time for myself. I was working from when I woke up until I went to bed. Like genuinely my average day of like work for like all the different things I had to do was like 8 a.m. to 10 or 11 p.m. and I never really felt like I had time to do my own creative pursuits. I'm really grateful that now I have the time, but I feel like I've almost hit this lull where I think I just needed to collapse for a bit. So the first week I think I did mentally collapse, just like, oh, relaxed, all the weight's taken off my shoulders. And then I felt a bit lost because all of that responsibility and everything that I had to do like gave me a huge purpose. And I'm not saying I enjoyed being that overwhelmed or stressed, but it made me feel like, oh, I'm doing something, like I'm on my way towards something. And in a way I found a lot of comfort in that stress because it felt like I was really working hard. And I think I really value working hard for something and feeling like I have a goal or a purpose. I don't know if that's the ambition in me or the potential ADHD in me, but that's just a thing that I feel at times. And so going from that really intense pressure to like absolutely zero, no pressure, my time is my own, I can do whatever I want, I found that really hard. You'll see my morning routine, you're gonna see it tomorrow, but like I get myself like such a rigid morning routine to feel like I have purpose. And I know for some people that's not their cup of tea, but for me, I think I really just needed to feel like I had boxes to tick. In a way it's nice because I'm able to like do all my creative things, but in a structured manner. It's like balancing the two sides of my personality to like make the perfect blend. Because of the DIY stuff at home and because I've been just like trying to get back into my normal mindset, I've really not gone out that much in 2 weeks, and I really feel like I've not taken advantage of the fact that I'm in fucking Paris, in like, I'm in Montmartre, near Sacré-Cœur. I'm in like such a perfect position to do so much. Like walking to the center of town is like 45 minutes. To walk to the Louvre, it's like a 40-minute walk. Like, that's insane. I'm in such a cool period of my life to have so much time on my hands, to be here during summer. It's like such a beautiful opportunity, and I felt really guilty because I almost felt like I was squandering it. And it's like a balance because it's like, okay, well, I don't have all the money in the world to like constantly be going out because I feel like a lot of what there is to do in Paris is like to eat and to appreciate the different cafes and restaurants that are everywhere. But I can't financially afford to do that all the time. And then I was like, well, even if I'm not doing that, there's still so much else to do. I can go for long walks, I can explore the area. So I've, in all honesty, like not been doing that. And I think I just was like lacking that direction of like how to take advantage of the fact that I'm in Paris. And I think I just felt a bit like lost and confused, and I just needed some time to like even process that I was here. I think I've also felt quite lonely here. Like in Bristol, it's such a concentrated area in which all of my friends live that I saw everyone I knew all the time, and I lived with friends. So I think I kind of undervalued the fact that I had friends like right there within reach whenever I wanted to socialize. My poor boyfriend has been my only source of contact for 2 weeks, and I have one like pre-existing friend in Paris. She's away at Cannes for the Cannes festival, and it's like, well, I also don't want to just rely on this one friend that I know in Paris. So I've been like making the effort to try find communities to like meet new people. I've been a part of Hostess Sister, which is like this Facebook group for like quite a while, and they do meetups and stuff. You can post on there and like try and meet up with people in your area. So I put a post there, and that's how I ended up like having a lot of really cool girls reach out to me to like meet up. I actually met 2 of them today and it was really nice. Like I went to coffee with the one girl at this really cute place called Le Petit Clem, and it's really cute and like very well priced, and it's along this like really beautiful like cobbled pedestrianized little street, and you just go for ages and there's just like restaurants and cafes, and it all looks so cute, and it's like very central. And then after that I went to the Palace Royal Gardens with this other person I met, and she was also so lovely, and we sat in front of this fountain in the middle of the park for like hours and just chatted, and we had so much in common, and it was so nice to socialize again and to like meet people again. I felt more like, oh yes, this is like life, this is cool. It felt so nice to like be in the city center and like appreciating it in like the warm weather, because the weather's been really weird. I think that's also like put me off a bit because it's been like raining a lot recently, so it'll look really nice and then suddenly it'll just start raining and it's like, well, now I don't really want to go out. Yeah, it was just such a nice day, and I feel like I really felt reinvigorated to like make the most of Paris. Anyway, this was all such a long preamble, but I wanted to talk about it because I feel like it would have been a bit insincere to act as though this is just my daily life in Paris, and like this vlog that it's gonna be is like super normal for me, or like I'm just super casually having the best time. It definitely was a process and a struggle to like acclimate to being here, to like get in the right mindset. And yeah, the loneliness is real. Like, my plan for the evening is just gonna be to rest and recover, because I had a really long day of work, and then I met 2 individual people for coffee and socialized for like 4 hours straight, and walked into and out of the city like 50 minutes. I'm a bit tired, so nothing crazy tonight, but my boyfriend's away for the weekend, so I'm here by myself. So I was like, okay, this is the perfect time to have a reset, to enjoy where I am, to kind of make the city my own, because I think I've been like hiding in his shadow a bit. So apparently at the Sacré-Cœur you can see a really beautiful sunset. My boyfriend doesn't believe this is the case because it doesn't technically face west, but I'm gonna try. Google says it. Who are we gonna believe? My boyfriend, Google. So anyway, I'm excited for that. So I'm going to take a stroll up. I'm going to take my book. I'm just trying to read more in like empty spaces rather than do something on my phone or something. And then I'm thinking I'm going to get some really cute French snacks from the store and just have a chill movie evening. My brain is telling me to watch something in French, like a really classic cult French movie, like Amélie or Portrait of a Lady on Fire. My heart is telling me that it really wants to watch Mulan. I don't know why. I heard the soundtrack the other day, and ever since then, I've just really been wanting to watch it, so we'll see which part of me wins out, but yeah. I'm kidding, I'm taking you with me.
Les regards, c'est la grande arme de la coquetterie vertueuse, parce qu'on peut tout dire avec un regard, et puis après, on peut toujours nier ce regard-là. Jeter les filets d'amour, remonter les dans 2000 ans. Les mains se serrent, les mains se serrent, les mains se serreront fort sous un soleil de papier doux. Jeter les filets d'amour.
No, I didn't see the sunset at Sacré-Cœur, but I think it's because it was too cloudy. I think normally if there's like no clouds, like the pinky purpley part of the sunset kind of stretches across the horizon, but unfortunately it was just too cloudy, so that wasn't gonna happen. It was still really nice. I sat on the stairs and read for like half an hour, and there was someone playing guitar, and it was like quite vibey. There were like quite a few people there on their own also reading, so I didn't feel like a weirdo, because it wasn't people like living it up and just there to drink, so it was like a mixture of vibes, but it was really nice and really chill. And then I just decided to walk around the area and kind of chase the sunset to see if I could see it. I think I captured it a little. I saw a teeny bit of the Eiffel Tower. How exciting, just in case you needed evidence that I was like totally in Paris. But yeah, it's been a while since I've gone up to Sacré-Cœur, so it was really nice. It was really pretty, and I just like explored the area. Something I really love about the 18th like arrondissement area is it's just so hilly. And okay, pros and cons. It's rough that it's so hilly, oh my god. And also like this apartment is really high up and there's no lift, so because it's like an old Parisian building, so you have to use the stairs. And let me tell you, I get my workout in, my glutes are working daily, and everything is on a hill here. This entire street is on a hill, every street is on a hill. If you want to go somewhere, it's either downhill or uphill, and on the way back you're gonna have to do the other way around, so you know, pick your poison. I get like that's frustrating, but I kind of love it. I love cities with hills because I feel like it just stratifies everything and you get such a beautiful like overview of the whole city, and it just looks so beautiful, like kind of cascades. I must have gone down like 3 separate sets of stairs, and it was really beautiful. I was just listening to some good music and vibing, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I just kind of completely lost track of time, and it was like 9 p.m. and I was like, fuck, like all of my closest supermarkets are closed. So no snacks for me tonight, but I do have some remaining Kotto ice cream. So I'm thinking that. I am leaning towards more Mulan, and I feel so uncultured for saying that. I just think I'm in like a very like brain mush state. I had a plan. In here, I had a plan, but that's not where my heart wants me to go.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Alors vous posez peut-être la question, évidemment, selon le droit international, la Russie n'est pas en mesure et autorisée comme ça à modifier toute seule ses frontières. En effet, l'étrangère Elina Valtonen a déclaré sur X, je cite, « Il ne faut pas oublier que semer la confusion, c'est aussi avoir une influence hybride. La Finlande ne se laissera pas désorienter. »
Good morning, it's another day. It's super sunny. I don't know if you can tell, but it is looking beautiful today, so I'm really excited. I'm almost finished my morning routine. I just have some time scheduled where I'm a really bad texter. I'm really bad at getting back to people, and I can accidentally leave it for like a week and not realize that I've not responded to someone. I don't know, because I just don't really notice the time pass, and I don't realize I'm actually being really rude. So it's not like me intentionally ignoring people, but it just happens. So now it's part of my morning routine to respond to all of my messages and just clear, just to take 15 minutes just to try to respond to everyone. I genuinely think like this little routine has made me like a better person, but don't expect after that 15 minutes, don't expect a reply for the rest of the day. You gotta wait till the next day. But unless it's important, unless it's urgent or like immediate, but at least people get daily replies from me and signs of life. So, and then today, okay, so I'm a bit unsure what like the timings of everything are gonna look like. It really just depends, I guess, what time I end up actually leaving the house. But my hopes and dreams for today, I want to go to the Picasso Museum. I've never been there, and it's one of the only big museums I haven't been to yet, or like art galleries. So I'm gonna go there, spend a few hours wandering around, enjoying the vibes. And then it really just depends what time I finish there. I'm really struggling to gauge like how long I think I'll take there, like 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't know, and like that kind of time difference can really determine what I end up doing. But I will either if I still have time, like do a little thrift shopping. If not, I'll just like save that for tomorrow and I'll head to Parc de Bout-de-Chaumont. It's really nice because it's one of the only green spaces in Paris where that feels like nice and big and like a park and not a garden that you can't sit on the grass. But I want to go just sit in a nice park in some green space. I haven't been in green space for so long, and read my book for like a few hours. I want to do some journaling or writing. And I think being in Paris has really inspired me because you walk past so many people just chilling at cafes, writing in a little pocketbook, and you just don't see that in the UK. Like people are very frequently on their phones if they are alone, and sometimes reading. But here it feels like it's like everyone carries a book with them. Everyone's like reading, even if they're waiting for friends, they're like reading or writing in their little book. And that's just really inspired me. And I know this is like a major generalization, but it's something I've definitely noticed slightly different about the cultures, and I love it. And I feel much more inspired to do that as well and be very cool and chic. And then I'm meeting a friend for dinner. Not technically a friend, someone who offered to meet up through that group that I mentioned. And she seems really cool. We have a lot in common. So we're gonna hang out and maybe become friends. Also, the girl I met yesterday was telling me about this really cool thing called It's like a community called Pretend Parisians, and I just followed them yesterday, and they're basically like this big community for internationals who like identify as like pretend Parisians, like they probably have a life here and work here, and they go on runs every week. And I thought like today was the day they were running, but I missed it, it was Thursday. So but next week I'm gonna go on a run, and it's a really cool way to like meet people, and they go for a coffee afterwards. So that was quite exciting to hear about, because I was struggling to find like communities, and they have a book club as well, and I was like, this is made for me, this is perfect. So since me being like, oh, it's so sunny, it's so nice out, it's gotten cloudy and overcast, and I double checked the weather and it's like, oh, it's gonna be like this the whole day. But knowing Paris and what I've learned is that it'll be very spotty, like sometimes it'll be cloudy and then it'll like suddenly the sun will be there. So I don't think it's fully going to be overcast the whole day. I think it's going to be a mixture. I had been intending on wearing a dress today, and now I'm doubtful. The thing is, like, I really need to maximize my dress usage, because I brought more dresses than any other type of article of clothing. I was so optimistic about this summer. Like, I brought barely any jackets, which is crazy. I brought 2 jackets. So you're gonna see the same 2 jackets worn throughout like this entire summer. I brought 3 jumpers. This is for like 4 months, by the way. But because I was like, oh, it's summer. Like, I don't need to think about that. Ooh. I was like, no, we don't need jackets. We don't need jumpers. What we need to stock up on, what we really need to fit into this bag is our dresses. So I shit you not, I think 12 dresses here. I was just so overly optimistic. I just didn't think about this like properly. So now I just feel like I have any available opportunity, I have to just wear a dress. But now, because I'm gonna be out quite late, I'm going out to dinner with someone, like, what if I'm cold, you know? I've had to double up my dresses on hangers because I have so many. Either I'll wear this black slip silky dress, or alternatively, there's this little number. Alternatively, I'm thinking something fun and funky, like these purple pants. I'm gonna go stick my hand out a window and just gauge what the temperature's looking like. I shit you not, it's been 20 seconds and it's sunny again and it feels kind of warm out. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wear a dress. I'm just gonna pack a jumper and I'll take my fake leather jacket and we'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be so fine. This is the dress I went for. It has a cute little bag.
From inheritance battles, or it's the town gossip, right? So it's like if so-and-so, something happened to so-and-so in the next town over and you hear your mom talking about it, next thing you know, 2 weeks later, you're saying Martha Carrier is the queen of hell and you've never met her before in your fucking life. Which, as you should. Yeah. It's like she just went to college with your mom, you're in the same sorority, and you're like, kill that bitch. She's the queen of fucking hell. So really I came in talking about my mom's friends.
In the past, like, I never used to do a lot of makeup. I would put like a little bit of foundation and a little bit of blush, and that would be it. And that's not a flex. That's not me being like, oh, I'm not like other girls. Like, no, I wanted to put more makeup. I just didn't know how. Like, I just wasn't good. I didn't have the skills. Like, I just never learned. And also, like, financially, like, when I was younger, I didn't have the money to like buy products, and I didn't really know what to buy anyway. Like, that's really easily fixable, right? YouTube. But it was never like the top of my priority list. And then recently I was just kind of like, you know what? Like, I want to use more makeup, not like out of insecurity, but just for fun. Like, I think makeup is really fun and it can make you look really fun and cute. And I felt like I was in a position where I was like, well, I don't feel like I need makeup, but like, I think it would be fun to wear. And I think that's a really good headspace to be in. So I was like, okay, now's the time. I got a few more things. I mean, I still, like, this is still a very, like, natural makeup look. It's nothing crazy. But for me, it's, like, a step further than I used to go. Wanted to show off my very mediocre talent and abilities. Because for me, it's still kind of new and exciting, and only very recently have I started putting on a bit more makeup. If I'm gonna have a cute day out and I'm putting on a cute little dress, I'm gonna like put in a little bit more effort with my makeup. Why not? It's very fun to have like a few different products and to be able to choose between like 2 or 3 different blushes and stuff like that. And that's like really fun, because I used to have one foundation, one blush, and that was it. And I think I had mascara. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying this new part of me, exploring my femininity. But I think it is that, like, until I was 20, I hated the idea of wearing a dress. I felt really uncomfortable in the idea of wearing a dress, and that was like a hurdle I had to overcome in my mind. And now it's the makeup. I don't know what's next, but I'm having a good time. I think I've always found it really hard to feel like feminine. So we're taking the wins. The fact that I feel more comfortable like this is pretty exciting. An up close look, just for you.
te fait un drôle d'effet, quelque chose de magnétique. Les détours, les actes manqués, un caractère excentrique. Tu te fais volontiers avoir par le charme anachronique. Toi-même tu sais y a un hic, donc tu t'appliques à l'erreur. Ça n'a pas de prix ni de valeur. C'est tellement chic d'être un loser. Magnifique. Magnifique. Toi-même tu sais y a un hic. Ça te fait envie, ça te fait rêver. Tout ce qui échappe à ta logique. Les faux départs, les ratés. Le flou.
I am back. Hello. What a day. I'm exhausted. My feet are fucking killing me. But I had a lovely time. The Picasso Museum was really cool. It made me want to look more into his life because he had paintings of his first wife Olga and then also of his two female companions following that, and I just want to know the messy story there. There's something that went down. I want to know it. He also seemed to have like kind of an obsession with one of them and used them as his muse. So I was like, I'm gonna be going on Wikipedia about this later. Yeah, but it was a really cool experience. I really enjoyed it. I think it was really interesting how he really embraced cubism and tried to make artwork out of like cylinders and squares and circles. And it was like, yeah, kind of an interesting concept. So I know nothing about art, by the way. I am a pleb, but a very interested pleb. So then I went thrifting because I realized I was actually nowhere near any park that I thought I would be near. However, I was near like this like one street that just has like thrift shop after thrift shop off. It has like thrift shop after thrift shop after thrift shop that feels like a tongue twister. And so I kind of shopped till I dropped. I went to 4 or 5, but it was just so intense. Like especially in one of them was so crowded and so intense, and the music was like going banging and I was just so overstimulated. And people are so intense. Like there's these like normally these like troughs in a lot of these stores. I mean, I think they have these in most thrift stores, but it's like super common here where you have like troughs of things that are like discounted or €1 normally, but it's like just heaps of clothes, and people are just throwing shit. People are like tossing, digging, rummaging, like shoving their whole entire arm down there to like try to find the good stuff. I get it. I am at the troughs every time. That's where I got something that I'll show you. But it was very overwhelming. Like people were professional about it. They were like sifting systematically. And the cashier of one of the stores complimented me on my French, and that was really nice because that's actually really rare in France. I feel like the only time my French was ever complimented was when I was in Morocco. That's the first time I've been complimented in France, and it wasn't even like he didn't have that much cause to like compliment my French. We were just like chatting while he packed my stuff, and he was telling me about like their membership discounts. But apparently from that he was like, this girl speaks good French, and I'll take it. I will take the compliment. I did come home. I know I was going to stay out the entire day. I came home because I felt so gross, and like it's been really sunny today and I felt not good. I was like, I need to come home, have a shower, maybe change, because it is going to get cooler this evening, and I know me, like I get cold really easily, and I just didn't want to take the risk of being out in a dress and then just shivering and like turning blue. Yeah, gonna have a quick shower, change into jeans, have a snack because we're having dinner at 8:30, which is super normal European time for dinner, but I eat like around 7 and my stomach starts hard complaining around 7:30. So I knew I would need a snack, and now that I'm home it kind of works out perfectly. So I'm gonna have a snack before I leave, and then I'm gonna go to Parc de Buttes and chill and read and have a lovely time for probably an hour and a half until it's time to head to dinner. Oh my god, I almost forgot to show you what I got. Okay, wait. I got this scarf because, let me tell you, my vision for it is to wear it as a belt, and one of my friends does this and it looks so cute. Like if you, okay, you just gotta imagine like wearing this little guy as a belt for your jeans or something. So cute. Obviously if the jeans are too baggy this wouldn't be sufficient, but like I have some jeans that just need like a little cinching. This will do it. So anyway, I thought that was cute, especially as like my actual belt is ugly, so this is cute. In the €1 trough, I found this bad boy. It's like a light pink shirt, slightly oversized, but really cute, and I like it a lot. And it was €1. €1. It definitely was a man's shirt. It's the brand Denver Haze. Never heard of it in my life, but Denver, he did a good job on this one. I like it. The last little number I got was this little dress. It's like a slip dress, like it's super light, and I really like this color. I don't own anything this color, and I think it actually suits me. I think like this with pale skin actually kind of looks good. I'm still learning what works for my skin tone and what doesn't. I am I did the test recently. I think I'm a cool autumn or something. Can't remember. And it's very slightly baggy, but my plan was either A, to take it in on the sides and make it more form-fitting, which I can do with my sewing machine, which is back in Bristol, so I'd have to wait for a bit, but it's possible. And a more like temporary fix would be on the inside putting safety pins and then looping through those safety pins like a little ribbon, so that like my waist is cinched by a cute little like black ribbon or something, or white ribbon, and it'll like cinch it in at my waist and look cute. You gotta use your imagination to see these things, but I hope you follow I hope you're able to follow what I was trying to describe with that. But anyway, options, it's cute, and all of this in total €14. All of these items are really light, and all the shops I went to were kilo shops, so because these were so light, they were really cheap. I assume if you're getting denim, it's going to be a bit more pricey. I like that I'm embracing like pinky ready things. I have learned though that blue is my color. I think blue, especially lighter blue, looks really good on me, so I have a lot of shit in light blue, and I do need to branch out a bit more beyond that, I think. I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Oh God, I swear I'm seeing that song everywhere, and it's not even a real song, and I have it stuck in my head. It's so annoying. I'm cleansed, I'm changed. I'm gonna grab a snack and then we can go.
Je l'ai connu. Un soir. Dans la nuit, sur le tard, elle était là, devant moi, quand j'ai fait.
Great evening, good time, happy. I saw Paris Paloma live recently, and it was amazing. The weather app does say it's going to be cooler today, so I'm not going for a dress today. It's a more like chill in the area day anyway, so I feel like a swashbuckling pirate. I feel like I could fucking take people down. I'm kind of annoyed because even though I put sunscreen on yesterday, I still burned. And that's on me. Like when I came back home, I should have just put on more sunscreen. And I didn't, and I definitely burned from being outside too long, which was really unfortunate. When I came home, like in the evening, I was so impressed. I was like, damn, my blush has lasted for so long. Like it's really held, it looks so good. And then I washed my face and I realized that is not blush. That is burn. So that was really sad for me. Yeah, I know it's totally on me. Like I know you're meant to apply throughout the day, like every few hours, and I'm really bad at doing that. I'm good at like having my morning skincare routine, and then like anything after that is like, you want me to do more things? What? I've had a really nice chill morning. I did my creative writing when I woke up, and then it's hair washing day, so I've got to wash my hair, which is always really fun. I don't know why, it just sparks so much joy, and I'm like, yes, I gotta wash my hair, and I feel so cleansed and lovely, and all my products smell so nice, so it just smells all like very light, like lightly perfumey, and this is always, like hair wash day is always like the best day for my hair. Like it's when the curls are like the cutest and the most pronounced most of the time. Don't want to set you up for high expectations because sometimes it doesn't go well. Yes, I do let my hair naturally dry. I found when I blow dried it, even like if I use a diffuser, my hair would go really frizzy and flat and I would just lose all the curl. I think my hair's too, like it's very thin, like very fine, and I think it's too fine to be blow dried and still retain like the curl. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. I had a lovely evening last night. Yeah, after like going to the park and reading, which was so beautiful and so cute, I went and met that person I was meant to meet, and she was so lovely, so sweet. We had so much in common, and she's actually studying at Sciences Po at the university that I'm hoping to do a master's at, so it was really informative and I could really hear about like what her experience has been like so far. Like we were initially meant to go to a restaurant for dinner, but it was packed, like absolutely packed, and that's on us. Like that kind of makes sense. To be fair, we went out on a Saturday night and the restaurant we wanted to go to was busy, as were the surrounding restaurants, who were like, oh, but we're right by the canal, let's just go get some food from a Franprix and a drink or something and like just sit by the canal. So we got snacks and drinks, we got like this massive bottle of cider and sat by the canal and chatted for like almost 3 hours. It was so fun and so lovely. And you know when you meet someone new and you just really click, like you always have the same sense of humor, you have very similar interests, and like half of the conversation is just like, oh my god, me too, oh yeah, me too, like so good. But what I find most amazing is like we come from very different backgrounds. Like she's from India, I'm from South Africa, but we happen to meet in Paris and happen to have a lot of stuff in common. So to me, it's like so fun to meet people from like completely different backgrounds, but to be so similar in so many ways is so interesting. I have the same like experience with one of my flatmates back in Bristol. Like she's Brazilian, we have very different backgrounds, and yet we are so alike in so many ways and have all these little habits and things that are so similar to each other. And it's so weird. Like to me, that's so cool. It was so nice. I really have missed having these connecting moments with people the last few weeks. I think I function really well alone and I really enjoy my own space and my alone time, but I equally really value friendship and I really value connecting with people and having like such lovely conversations that just leave you feeling so warm inside. Can you hear that? That is the shower. There's nothing I can do about that. Sometimes, like, it's fully off, but like, I think there's some water that is retained in the pipe and it just waits 5 minutes and then decides to just spit it out. I told myself, like, I'm gonna be home fucking ready for bed by 11 max. I don't know where the time went, but we ended up chatting for like 3 hours. So when I looked at the time, it was like almost 11:30. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it was just, that's also a really good feeling, like where you can just chat with someone for hours and not notice the time passing. But it was also kind of like, I was only gonna get home. There's this really cute restaurant nearby called Chez Ginette, so I think I'm gonna go there for breakfast and I'm gonna go read there. And then there's this bookshop, Le Hall Saint-Pierre, that's really nearby. It's like a 10-minute walk from Chez Ginette, and I've never been there, but it looks really cool. It's like a really huge, from the looks of it, it's like this really huge, almost like warehouse style bookshop, and I think they also have like coffee and tea and stuff there, so I might go explore there and see what kind of books they have. I'm thinking this afternoon, this is a huge challenge and I'm almost nervous to be recording the experience. I want to make macaroons. I don't know how it's gonna go. I have heard it's incredibly difficult to get it correct, and I don't think I'm the exception. Like I don't think I'm like this amazing crazy chef. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna do my best. Like I'm gonna get the ingredients, and this afternoon we're gonna try and bake. Yes, I immediately, as soon as I got back, changed into a t-shirt because of course it fucking got sunny and it got warm. I had the loveliest time. It was so nice. My breakfast, amazing. The crepe was so good. It was really vibey. Like there were other people there by themselves reading or just watching people, and it was just so nice. And like that whole street, like you get tourists along there, but it's not like in the main tourist district, like which is right by Sacré-Cœur. So it felt like, it didn't feel like I was going to some touristy place. It just felt like very authentic, very nice, very chill. I had a really fun time just like sitting there with my little chai latte. I wish I liked coffee. So I don't like coffee. Fact about me, I like coffee when it doesn't taste like coffee. Like I love iced coffee, I love like mochas. I cannot abide by black coffee or espresso. That doesn't do it for me, which is really sad because I feel like I'd be so much more authentically French if I did like those things, but unfortunately not. So I had my little drink, my little chai latte, and this really good crepe, which was caramel beurre salé, like salted caramel butter topping, and it was so good. Like it filled me with so much joy, and I just sat there reading for ages, and then the sun came out and there was like little dappled sun, and it was so nice. And then I walked to l'Arbre Saint-Pierre as I said I would, and it was really cool. Like I highly recommend, because like walking along the road to it, that is where it's like bustling. It is crazy. There were just masses of tourists. I think it's because like it's a Sunday and it's sunny and like it's getting into summer. It was like so crowded. And then as soon as I turned onto the street for this like librairie, this bookshop, like it was like dead silent. No one was going there. Like it's right below the park, like the Sacré-Cœur like park area at the base of Sacré-Cœur, but it was, as soon as you turn onto the street, it was so quiet. I was one of maybe 3 patrons in there, and there was like a cute little cafe, and then to the right there was the bookshop, and I had the best time. Like I'm such a book lover. I was just going through all of it, like ransacking it, and it's all in French, so that is one thing. But even if you don't speak French, just going for the vibes, it's really nice. And it felt like, I'm sure it's touristy, but it felt like way less touristy than anywhere else. It felt way more authentic, and they had like, everything was quite well priced. I was surprised. Then I bought this little guy. You know how I was like, I'm gonna journal today. Well, when I tried to find my little notebook, I couldn't find it, and I realized I think I left it in the UK. So that was disappointing to realize, but it was kind of like, okay, this is good. This is like a new slate. I can start something new. And then it was just really fortuitous that when I was wandering around in that bookshop, they had like a huge selection of cute notebooks. And so I just got this little guy. It has this really cool like binding. It's just very unusual. I like it a lot. Like basically it doesn't have like a spine cover. I don't know the correct word for it, so you can see the glued binding, and I just really think that's really fun and unusual and cute. But they didn't sell pens. I was like, oh, do you guys sell pens? And she was like, no. Like I was crazy for asking, and I was like, well, you sell notebooks, but okay. So then I went to like a Franprix and I bought like pens, and then it was just like a very spontaneous little thing, and I just ended up going to sit like on the bank of the green space below Sacré-Cœur, and weirdly, like the little spot I chose, there was like no one around. So it was like very busy, like by the stairs and stuff, but like in my little area it was like quite chill, and it was so nice. I just sat there for like an hour in the half sun half shade writing, and it felt so good. One of the things I realized, because I think a bit of it is imposter syndrome, and some of it is genuinely like I feel like I've not improved my writing, and I feel like I'm a very mediocre writer. Like I said, some of that maybe is with imposter syndrome, but I think it's fair. Like I read a lot, I can gauge what's good writing and what's not. I just kind of felt very dissatisfied with my writing, and I couldn't like put my finger on it, and I kind of realized that today when I was writing, and I was like, yeah, like what can I do about that? And it's like, well, I don't really have any figures in my life who could like critique my writing. So I was looking at it, and I found like this really cute group called Paris Lit Up, which is like an Anglophone writing group that meet like once a week, and they help each other with their writing and stuff. I find that so daunting, and I think I'll have to get to a space where I'm like a bit more confident in myself, just a little bit more. I know like you have to improve, you do have to be critiqued. It's also so helpful to hear how other people are doing things. I think I read finished works of fiction. Obviously that's not how they started. I think maybe that's also what like makes it so hard. Like that's why I struggle so hard with like this like, I don't know, imposter syndrome or something, because my like first draft or something doesn't look like someone's finished product, which is such an unreasonable comparison to make. So I think it would be really interesting to hear how the process of like other writers and like how their process is going and what their structure is looking like and what their process is. That was fun. That was a fun little realization. I'm home. I did a shop and I'm gonna have lunch because I'm really hungry, and then we're gonna make macaroons, or macaron is the name. They're macarons, but in English everyone says macaroons, so you know what I mean. To me. So one of my friends called and we ended up chatting for like an hour. So you did not get to see the piping, but this is how it's looking so far. It's very messy. It did not come out quite how I had envisioned, but I had to let them sit for an hour. So the call came at like just the right time. So I did the piping, I've let them sit for an hour, and now they need to be ovened, during which time I'm going to make the butter inside cream thing. We'll put it all together and we'll see how it looks. And I'm sure it's gonna look great. I feel like I should have used more food coloring. I think this is like a more baby pink than what I was going for, but it works. More mixing. I definitely should have added more food coloring because I think that would have made the pink pop more. And all of the meringues are cracked, pretty much. But you know what? That is okay because this is the first attempt and I'm sure the meringues themselves are going to taste delightful. The buttercream icing also tastes delightful. However, it is too liquidy, so I now need to try thicken it, which is fine. Yeah, everything is going really well. Google said to put the buttercream in the fridge for 30 minutes, so we're gonna try that. The icing is still liquidy, which is so fucking annoying. I made this little guy, which looks so much like a macaroon. Yeah, I think we can agree that the first attempt was a slight failure. It tastes really good. The actual meringue and the buttercream, like they both taste really good, but appearance is not there. It is not there at all. But it was fun. It was like a fun learning curve. There were a lot of things I will do differently next time. They are very precise and need to be done so specifically. And I just don't think I have the expertise. Like I know like they're really hard. Everyone always says like they're one of the hardest things to make and like to perfect. So to believe that I could physically make them amazing my first try, yeah, don't judge me too harshly. They're really hard, okay? I thought I might end this vlog here because the weekend's basically over and I'm just gonna have a nice chill evening. My boyfriend's back tonight. I just feel like I've spent the last 5 hours in the kitchen because I made these macaroons and then I made a sweet potato and goat's cheese lasagna. So I have spent my life here, it feels like, but I'm actually finally gonna like go do something else. Like I'm gonna go do some video editing, but I've had such a lovely time. I think this weekend I've had so much fun and I felt so much more connected to the city and like to people in general here and to like myself and my creativity. As long as I keep up this momentum, I think it's gonna be a really nice fun summer. I don't know what the moral of the story is with this vlog. I guess the purpose of it was to reflect imperfections. I think it would be like completely false and insincere for me to appear like I already have my life fully together and I'm just having like the best time in Paris, because it's like been a bit of a slow burn. Really happy where life is at, and that's a really good realization to have. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope you had a good time and have a lovely day or evening or life. Hopefully you will see another video from me soon. Hello, it's Summer from the future, from a day later. So although the meringues were sort of a failure, I did want to provide an update because they actually tasted really fucking good. My boyfriend said like weirdly the presentation of meringues seems to precede the taste of meringues, so these looked really ugly, so I felt very like I fucked this up, which I kind of did, but they tasted really good. Like I think I got what they're meant to taste like. I just didn't get the presentation right. So because we couldn't like fully put the buttercream like between everything because it was too like liquidy, we just used it as like a dipping sauce and dipped the meringues into the buttercream, and actually it was really good. I'm gonna take back my really harsh review of my own cooking. I did okay for a first time. Maybe another time I'll try and it'll turn out amazingly. That's my update. Thanks for watching.